Zulu in the building.
Hey!
Unakaa vizuri sana.
You look Valentine's.
I know, right?
Guys, did you hear the song she sang? And it got me thinking, she's Valentine's ready, but where's the guy? I'm her friend, I can set her up. This girl does not have anybody. Those guys who have been asking me, oh man, where are these good girls? One is here. Can you take her out for Valentine's? She's Mwikali Mary on Instagram. Don't be scared by 155K. You know, I saw that one. Oh, somebody can think she's... No people there. Those are just fans. Inbox. And I'll ask her to check who is inboxing today. And next week, I'll give a review.
You
of
know.
how boys performed.
Are you setting me up?
I saw another guy here joking, giving Mwikali a ring, joking. Like, what is wrong with guys? Can you make it serious this time?
What? So waingie kwa DM.
Yeah, exactly. And I want you to check DMs. Next week we shall be here to review.
My goodness.
She's ready for Valentine's. But where is the guy?
Sasa si before all that tuwapatie tips kwa sababu naona hii conversation ya leo is going to determine.
Exactly.
Because we're talking about the difference between boyfriend material and husband material. And I'm not looking for boyfriend material. Please, have you told them? If you're going to do this, you better do it right, Zulu. Husband material
Only.
Wapatie tips.
Wife materials don't want boyfriend materials. They're equipped for serious business.
Yes.
Not for jokes.
Niliona mahali Zulu before we get into this.
Yes.
And I read it on the show. Ati, you have wifey written on your face, but you're dating men who can't read.
I read that. I read that. So we want to differentiate how to know whether you're dealing with a boy or man.
Yes.
Boyfriend versus... One of the differences, husband materials, serious men, mature men do not put sex ahead of love.
Okay.
You shall know you're dealing with a boyfriend material when he is all after sex, and his conversation with you is all about how sexually appealing you are and how you should maybe send pictures, do this, you know, give. And if they want to emphasize this fact that men love sex, they want to emphasize that fact out of all proportion, forgetting what women love. Women love, cherished, commitment, stability, promise, security.
Courting, dating.
Shiva, making her feel like the queen. Yeah. A mature man, husband material understands that sex will come inside the love context. That it's given, it's automatic. You win her heart, you win everything she got.
Yeah.
But this boyfriend material is all after that one thing and separating it away from everything else. And one of the things I tell girls, if you hear a guy who's talking, insinuating you should go to his house, or you should come to yours, that's a boyfriend material. Leave him alone. he's just sex hunting. And if you're not in that kind of game, know who you're dealing with. And Mwikali, I want to ask women to stop arguing. When a man shows you who he is, don't argue with it.
He knows himself.
Once he shows you, oh, come to my house. Oh, you should have done this. Just learn. He's telling you who he is. Don't argue. No, you should not tell me that. You know, no. Don't argue. Learn to generally allow people to show you who they are. And then adjust their position in your life accordingly.
Stop adjusting them.
Exactly. Don't try to say, no, you know, a good man doesn't talk like that. No, me, I'm not of that type. They're telling you what they're made of. Yep. In fact, I want you to maintain that calm inside. You might feel disappointed because you thought they are different, yes. But now you have known the truth. You have clarity at least. You can see who you're dealing with. Yeah. All right? So in this Valentine's, when you see a person who is trying to catch up with you quickly and they hope they'll get your flower in exchange for sex, they hope for... A mature man is looking at the long term. In fact, one of the code of all husband materials is when you're serious with a woman, you don't take her to bed. No. You take her to the altar. Yes. That is where we start.
Number one, mkituma hizo manini.
You take this woman to the altar. What you do is you want to give her security for her to feel like this is my man. And all wife materials also will test you to see what you are really after. Sometimes they'll act a fool to see how far you will take your foolishness. They will flow with your suggestions to see how you want to go. Because they have seen this long enough. They don't want to keep wasting time with a person who is not serious. So one sign as a man, if you want to win respect, focus on the larger things. Conversation, and we all know husband materials. Best way to turn on a good woman is engage our mind, engage our heart. Yes. Meaningful conversations, laughter, spontaneity, checking up on each other, friendship, flowing without rushing. They know you are excited about them. The chemistry is obvious. Yes. It's obvious. Yes. There's flirtatious tone, but it's not outright flirting every day. There's checking up on, you know, day we are talking and you can see the friendship. And then you can show direction. The second sign is husband materials are decisive. They don't date you for 7 years. They don't keep you pending and hanging and in purgatory for 4 years to prove whether you are worthy enough while you're inside here to pray long enough so that you can be transferred to heaven.
Yes, no.
No, they say clear. They show clear intentions. One of the things I wanted to, somebody asked me, I told people that long-term relationships become wrong-term relationships because they occupy your prime years and they leave you high and dry.
Yes.
Or they live in a wagon that you can't jump out, but you know a crash is coming. You're too afraid.
Just stuck in there.
You know, and then so many times you know you're dealing with a husband material because he's ready to settle. All right. Sometimes the difference in husband material and boyfriend material is that season they are in their lives. And I've told women to generally avoid men under 30. There are some who mature under 30, but majority don't. They'll just waste your time. They'll eat your cookie and waste your time and leave you high and dry. And they act romantic, but they're flirting with everyone. Yeah. They're not done exploring. You need a person who has been there, done that, who is ready now to. They know that there's no one compact woman with everything he ever imagined. Yeah. That kind of a dragon of a woman doesn't exist. You know, big this, big the other, big this, big the other, this is. If you put together what you have to in your mind as a man, big lips, good eyes, big boobs, good chilanga, good legs, this like, so this is slim, this. If you put together what you're imagining, you come up with a demon. There's nobody like that. Everybody has much of this, less of the other. Much of this, everybody is a compromise. So you come to realize, after I did that mathematics myself, I came to a startling conclusion that if I find a woman, we can have a flow, deep conversations. We can talk. And she's physically attractive enough. She does not need to be the one who can win the beauty contest. Most wife materials wouldn't win the beauty contest for Kenya.
Those are not the ones.
No. No. In fact,
the beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
We always praise our wives.
Yes.
But it's always a subscript unstated. There's something we don't say. We hope nobody is asking about it. She's the most beautiful woman in the world, but don't come to prove it.
It's according to me.
Exactly.
And I'm talking about my world.
Thank you.
It is not Earth of God of America.
So if you say yours is the best, I said we are both correct.
Yes.
We are describing in my judgment.
Yes.
Again, I'm also talking about who I needed for my life. All right. So I want to ask women to be very careful with these men who compare you. In the day a person compares you, the day a person tells you, be like, that is a boyfriend material. He is not ready. Husband material knows I wanted a package, a personality, a way that woman thinks, the energy, the way she understands me, her patience, her virtue, and then her body. All right? Remember this. The way she looks can also be affected by seasons of life.
That's true.
You know, when you're pregnant, you're not worried about your shape. After the baby comes, you're worried about recovering from that phase safely. You're eating right. You're not worried too much about weight. You're to recover safely, and then you can go back to thinking. So the seasons of life. And again, another thing I remind men, if you focus too much on a woman's beauty, can you also be examined on the same scale? Because most men don't look well.
Louder.
Sometimes we judge women on how they on their looks too much, and our looks are dismal.
Umejiangalia.
You see a guy is trying to describe your shape. For him, he even doesn't know where that word exists. He looks like a drum. And he's walking around before you hug him, something else touches you.
So before you go on social media telling women how they need to look, please grab a mirror.
Exactly. Show yourself what you are. And one of the problems we have, Mwikali, is our women were not taught the difference between a person who wants a game and one who wants life. So husband materials want life. They're talking about the vision they have. When you have a conversation with the husband material, they describe future. Yeah. They describe what they see. I kept telling the women I was dating what I'm trying to do to see if they can assist me with it. You know, have you said something powerful and somebody didn't even register?
You need to elaborate with diagrams.
I told one girl and it didn't click.
Oh God.
Have you ever, you know,
and then you knew at that point,
exactly. She can't wrap her head around it. And I had looked for a scaring figure of the amount of money I was trying to gather. I had gone out of the way to look for a scaring figure.
And still, nothing.
Because I knew people are used to millions. I talked about billion. I'm trying to become a billionaire.
Akakuangalia tu.
They think I'm just being a comedian. And I'm describing my life. Oh my God.
So you're not laughing at you, I'm laughing with you.
She's in an interview for being my wife.
Yes. She's not seeing
and
it.
She can rap. And when we finished the day, she said, was that an exam? Because her head had overheated.
Where?
And she did not even get the major question. The compulsory question. She did not even attempt it.
Well.
So I had filtered down to what I wanted so that I can put it forward, interviews to see whether the person can deal with it. I want to ask men to stop examining legs too much.
Yes.
And the chest too much.
Watch out.
Men are starting the wrong places. Then their thinking gets clogged. I encourage men to talk on phone before you meet physically.
Okay.
So that you can interact with the mind before you meet the body closely. Hear how she talks.
Yeah.
Also, remember I told you the problem with phone, it can exaggerate the sweetness of the voice.
Yes.
There are women who have known how to adapt a voice when they know they're talking to your ear to charm you. Engage ideas.
Yes.
Don't be too carried away by their sweetness. And then you're praising every day. Oh, sauti ya kumtoa nyoka pangoni. There are people who have on phone, the voice can remove nyoka from pangoni. But in real life, it will return the nyoka bado to pangoni because they have no point. They have no ideas. So don't just go to the voice out. Can she get an idea? So I kept putting up the major things I knew I would need. Because my pace of life, I tried to be myself, spontaneous, playful, loud, easy, because I know that's how I am in real life.
Yes.
My brothers, don't adjust your behavior too much.
No. Kidogo too.
Yes. Just be a gentleman, but much as possible, bring your vibe. As much as possible. If I try to behave introverted and conservative and nice,
it won't work. I can't even see you. I can't see you that way.
Exactly.
Zulu.
What if I try to go clubbing, raving, let's dance? They will see you're
Trying
lost.
too much.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So husband materials will describe where they are going, and you will see them being real. All right. You will see what. And people kept asking me, how about dating a guy who has a baby is out there, how a guy is, and I tell them one thing: whether he has a child or not, don't entertain drama.
Okay.
There's somebody who have a child somewhere, but their life is peaceful.
Yes.
You want a person who has organized their lives. Not that checking the baby mama, chatting the ex, flirting the other. That's one sign of a boy material. Boyfriend material. A husband has clarified his life. He has put everything in order. He is responsible enough not to run away from the baby he got. He is responsible enough because the way he loves that, he love also his own.
Yeah.
But you can see there is no shady areas in his life. And he's willing to put you in front in dealing with the child.
Yes.
Because he wants you to be the mother of all his children. And if there was one before you came, I want you to be the one to deal with the affairs. Because I don't want to focus on another woman. I don't want to be manipulated. I want you to be the manager of our affairs. And you can. So I tell people, some don't have babies, but they have drama with girls, drama with the flirting, drama with their mother, drama with. So another sign is you want a man who is prepared to defend you, because families, even when they are nice, you always need healthy boundaries.
That's true.
Even when the family is loving.
Yeah.
I told you as a woman, always you need your space.
Yeah.
You need. I don't like when women tell me, "Oh, I live in the same compound." The in-laws, oh, they keep coming to my house. Oh, what were you doing? You married a boy who keeps. And I try to tell my husband. He tells me I don't love his people. How did you end up with that fool? So you want a person. You want a person who's mature enough to protect you and tell you we are building a thing of our. And Mwikali, I encourage you. Even when I don't encourage those young men who came up with families that have businesses to relinquish the inheritance. That's foolish.
Don't do it.
If they give you some properties, by all means take them. But don't allow that being taught to be enmeshed. Come and live here with us.
Yes.
You're waking up.
Because it looks like they're still controlling.
Exactly.
Yeah. You
don't allow
given,
your woman to be
it's
seen in
yours.
her night dress by your mother. And for that reason, I keep comparing Runda and Rizampo. They have grown all the way to Runda. But they not give you something, your own compound. If they refuse to give you your own compound, no, use that house. Just be in the next. No. I said, I want my girl to use her own gate when she's going home.
Yeah.
To walk into her own gate, driving. Okay, we can. Those of us who live in Nairobi, up country, you can build in the same compound because we are not there. You only show up.
December.
But day-to-day life, she needs her own space. And I was prepared mentally to provide that away from the family. I love my family, but she's a newcomer. And they can harass her. They can bully her because she doesn't know them. So it's me who knows who is who. And I shelter her. So you want a man who shields you, who can protect you.
And puts you first.
Exactly.
And puts you first. We're going to take a short commercial break. And when we come back, of course, we're going to still continue with this conversation. The real difference between boyfriend material and husband material. Kama hauko shua, wako yuko wapi? 111 tutakuchambulia kinaga ubaga. The end of my Swahili. We'll be right back. This is Full Circle with Mwikali. Welcome back to Full Circle with Mwikali. I'm a bit distracted over here. Kuna mtu anasema, morning Mwikali, I'm tuned in. It's Wednesday, Zulu Benjamin, he is in the building. Anasema, boyfriend versus husband material, still taking lessons, and today it's my birthday, still under 25. Wewe kwanza hata ufai kuwa kidate. Lakini vizuri natuambia mapema.
Yeah, she's studying theory.
Yes.
Very cool.
Theory, hiyo ni
Very cool.
mzuri. Do
Very
that. Concerning kusaidiana, Benjamin, what if anasema mkiona pesa yake ni yake? Explain kwa hiyo, kwani hiyo ni companionship ama? Huyo atalivuka. Sijui kama yeye ndio husband material.
You see, there is no such thing as stingy love or romance without giving. The first
Majele
sign,
wimbo. No romance without finance.
exactly. Please, the first sign of love is a man spoiling you. A person who is preparing you that they hold their things away from you. You should run away. Women, can you please have some standards?
Yes.
Can you please have minimum?
But Zulu, have you seen the association, the new one? Stingy Men's Association, yenye wameshindwa kuregister because they don't have money to register.
Thank God they identify themselves. Just note every face there and rule them out.
Kabisa.
Exactly. So one of the things I want to ask women is, don't ask me about all this bullshit you're entertaining. Where were your standards? If a man is telling you my money is mine, so why are you continuing to stay there? He's taking you out of your people to bring you to his people, to his life, to build you, to lift you. Another sign of a good husband material is they're not threatened by your expansion. They irrigate your growth. They expand you. Yes. They invest you. They make you feel provided for. One of the things that scares me stiff, that makes me wake up and go to work, is that my girl will need something and will not be able to buy it.
Oh, goodness.
I cannot imagine we are here, Valentine's coming, and I can't afford a ticket for a basic thing, or a flower, or something. Even when I didn't want, I will go out looking, I will go buying where they're selling cheap. I'll go out of my way to strike a balance between what I can afford versus what I need. Yeah. You need a man who goes out of his way to please you. You are worth it. Please decide it. Some of these women have already bargained themselves to minimums. Boy. And when they are being bought at minimum, they stop complaining. Can you stop complaining and set up your standard? Just say, okay, I don't mind, I am after quality, not quantity. I'm after quality. Who can measure up here, come up here.
And then you're called a gold digger.
No problem. You see the thing, remember, quality is always persecuted by mediocrity. Mediocre people will always attack you when you insist on your standards. Okay. Prepare for it and don't be scared by it. I kept asking, Kolimo the late was my model, and Wambui the lady he married. I kept asking people, if you met Wambui before Kolimo, what kind of woman was she? The level she's conversing on, what she's tolerating, what she can entertain. It was obvious. This girl won't play petty games. Nope. Thank you. So I keep asking, we still have Kolimos who are searching. Yes. They're still there. We have men who are wild changers. They're running empires, but they're still looking. I ask women, don't stoop low. You saw these average men are so many, they make so much noise until they start making you think you're the one who's wrong. They're so noisy, bickering. Oh, look at you, you're still alone. Look at you, you come down here, you'll never find anybody.
Zulu, you mentioned something very interesting over the conversations we've had before, and maybe it will feature in today, about communication and even how you fight with a boy and how it will be different when you fight with, like a husband material.
You see the fighting, and I don't know why people anticipate fireworks in marriage. We have never had fireworks in my wife. And we are clocking 2 years.
What?
It's nonsense.
Hakuna hizo
No.
Silent treatment?
No.
Chakula baridi?
When there's a difference, we just communicate it with respect. So love is shown by respect even when we are annoyed. We are not one person, we are not a shadow of each other. So there are points we see things differently. Yes. There are times we not agree on each other. But one thing we decided is this stupid exchange and inviting in-laws and clans. We never need outsiders to reconcile us. We made up our minds. This thing will work between us or fail between us. We are not going to invite the world here. So we are going to behave like mature people. If you realize I did something that hurt you, please find a way to say it to me. If you can't say it verbally, some people are good at expressing, others, they just WhatsApp, they just text it in as clear words as you can. And I will not be defensive and say, oh my God, I never saw it that way. I'm sorry I had to. Okay, this is what I meant. I also felt like when you did this, we can exchange tense conversations without disrespect or shouting. You never need to shout. So whenever you find yourself having to shout and force, this one is talking, the other one is talking, you're dealing with a boy.
Why?
Yes. You need mature conversation of disagreements.
Valentine's will decide.
It's when the disagreements come that you know who you're dealing with. Do they still show respect even when they're mad at you? Another thing, you don't want a man telling you, why are you mad? Mad is accusatory. You need to ask, a husband material says, why are you hurt? Hurt is more empathetic than telling you mad. So you're mad now. that is not empathetic. That is immature. That's boy. A husband material, oh my God, I can see your heart. I'm so sorry. What did you? That's empathy. You feel understood.
Okay.
You feel that he is out to heal you, not to accuse you. Women sometimes go quiet without realizing it. They came to know it. She has been silent to me, but according to her, she has not been silent. I came to realize they can just go in another world. And you think it's about you, but it's not about you.
Yeah.
So sometimes it has been about understanding each other. It's not too much about a fight. It's about knowing how you operate naturally. And then later on, when you're in an easy conversation, I bring it up. Sometimes I think you switch off. You lose network. What's going on?
What is troubling you?
If you can crack jokes over what you're uncomfortable, that's the height of maturity. That's a sign that you're dealing with a person you can do long haul with. Long haul. There's another sign of boyfriend material who ask you to get pregnant fast. Please, you're not a generator of children. If you're not marrying me because of companionship, if you're looking for babies, we have a lot of baby donors around. Please walk around and fish. You'll get as many as you want. Can you advertise? So, I want you to marry me. Whether we get children or no, we are going to solve the problem together.
Okay.
You want my personality, my companion. So, he's asking me to get a baby. Why are you entertaining the conversation in the first place? You've bargained yourself too low. Can you set yourself somewhere so that even before they say something, they sweat and they stop?
Yeah.
You need to behave in such a manner that people know you can't entertain that nonsense. Even your own demeanor. And when they say it, you smile and say, okay, so that's who you are. Thank you. Please check the next shop.
To sell out. We close shop today.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You see, this also happens in business, Mwikali. When I train people in dating and business are both negotiations.
Okay.
So they involve stating your standard and standing by it. That's what negotiation is all about. So sometimes when people come and they want personal work and they tell them my service, oh, I think you're expensive. Sorry. Yeah. You don't go to Nagin Patni, the guys who sell gold rings, and they tell, you expensive, turn it down. Go to Isli, go to Gikomba, you can find cheap gold. Yes. You come here, this is our rate excuses. Occasionally we give our customers discount, but it's not because they're shooting us down. It's because this business, a friendly gesture. So we don't mind extending a friendly gesture. I think we can 5% discount. But no, you're too expensive. No, so Mwikali never let people ask you, your standards are too high, you're unrealistic. You're not trying to marry a crowd, you're looking for one man. Just one.
Yes.
Just one.
Where?
Insist until you find him. You must be stubborn, Mwikali. There's no good marriage of good anything that comes on your flimsy. God just surprised me with it. I was not even expecting so much. No! You insist on it. You decide.
Demand it.
You decide. I'm telling you, there's a curse of marrying a small man when you're a big woman. When you have big ideas, when you're leading life.
Sasa ulisema po I have a problem. And now today you
see, the men I've asked to inbox you are those who are on your level. I'm not asking Karuvandika, who is looking for jokes. They can't even stand it. They come down. So you're the one I see on TV. Oh my God, I can't believe you're here. That's not the date I'm looking at. I'm looking at a person who just chat you, hey, this is my industry, this is what I do. And they're so confident with this lie. Just as confident. So I'm not inviting jokers. They can't even reach you. They have no fare.
So you're on a serious note with this one. That they should
guys, please, can you inbox this girl? And those of you who will not do it, never ask me where the good women are again. Kwanza, there's one, 40, I think he's 40 years, returning from America. He has been away for long. He said, man, where can I find? Yes. Okay.
So, I'm going to look at your SMSs right now. And there's one here. Good morning, Mwikali. Thanks for the show. I admire how that guy is airing out issues, Zulu.
Thank you. He's
always real and true. And Onge Ukweli, I normally follow him in a certain program every Saturday. Now, on the issue of boyfriend material, a lady determines my material as a boyfriend.
He is saying he's going to become how she is. Boy, men should take leadership. One sign of husband material is they don't feel bashed. You know, fools, the boyfriend material think men are being bashed by society. But husband material, a real man knows men are supposed to be called to a higher leadership level. They're the leader of the family. They're supposed to protect the other members of the family, the woman and the child. He's the man who protects, who leads, who stands up. So a man is being called to a higher standard. So the more we are criticized, the more we are called up, the more we embrace it as men. The boys are, oh, you're bashing me. Oh, is it about men? Are we there? That's a fool. So these guys should not not adopt to the energy of the woman. He's supposed to set the tone. This is the level I want us to go. This is where we are going. This is how we interact. This is how we set. Tell a woman how you lead the dance. She follows the dance. She follows, you know, you're the one leading the dance, man. Don't say it will depend on how she comes. I'll become what? Who is the leader here?
Who is the leader? Question. Okay. Ebu, please advise. Zulu. I am married with 2 kids and I'm expectant. My husband is amazing. He is a true husband material, but we live in the same compound with my father-in-law, who keeps on asking for money and taking loans, which in turn we are forced to pay for him to avoid embarrassment. They separated with my mother-in-law, but they never resolved their issues without involving us. I am tired. Yeah.
You said he's an amazing husband.
Yes.
How come you are tired and pregnant and he's not solving it? Women, can you stop giving credit where it's not due?
This is the father-in-law.
He's not protecting you from his plucks. You see, these are his parents. They are not your parents. You can't stand up to them. Dad, come here. It is his work. So he's supposed to migrate you first. Now that he's an amazing husband, can you tell him we are moving out of here? I'm pregnant and I'm being stressed.
And I'm tired.
Exactly.
She says
can we
she's
go
tired.
for a rental first before we think other things? Can we rent outside somewhere? If your mother could not stand the man, do you think you can stand him? If the wife could not stand the man, who are you and you're just children? Some men are irredeemably dysfunctional. On our way down, they will pull you with them. You tolerate them, they will spread the crisis in their life to you. These are leaking tanks, drinking, betting all the money, loaning again, borrowing. They'll go down with you. Sometimes the best compassion is to let people suffer the consequences of their choices, to sit with the disaster they have created, to sit in the mayhem. That also is compassion, to let them know there is no redemption from their own choices.
So, decision is just step out.
And if he's an amazing husband, he will follow you. If he does not want to lead the way, you'll go, he will follow you.
Zulu. I'm seeing this guy currently. The guy I'm seeing currently knows what the hell my ex put me through. And he's always there understanding me and giving me a shoulder to lean on. He is the funny type, makes me happy. He just does anything to see me happy and to help me get over this ex. He often calls me. Does that mean that it's a rebound or something, or should I give it a try? So this is a lady who is...
I don't know the details.
Yes.
Mwikali said there's no problem of finding the right love after the wrong one.
Yes.
There's not necessarily anything wrong with that. Sometimes life does not always have you a lot of time for you to stop and then disappear for a while.
Yeah.
The only problem is, make sure you are not loving him because in comparison, he is better than where you're coming from. That is what we call rebound. So that you're not judging him objectively depending on where you are going in life, what you need for man, who you are, what you have to bring to the table. He is just better than who left.
Yeah, okay.
He could be having his own serious problems of another kind. Of another kind. So that the other one never used to call. This one calls daily.
And you focus on just that.
The comparison. So if you fall for the comparison, that's disaster.
Yeah.
You'll only realize later when the fog has worn off. He has his own serious issues, which you could not see when you are still emotionally in the foggy place because of the other one.
Okay.
That's why generally we encourage, stand up on your 2 feet first before you get on another thing. Yeah. So he is better treat him like a friend, not a boyfriend. And stop opening emotionally. Stop imagining him, fantasizing him romantically. Treat him like a friend, but please, every now and then go to your girlfriends and let them be a sounding board. Every now and then have that girlfriend you can tell your journey in life. Every now and then go a place to pray. Every now and then go to find your calibration. So don't jump from one relationship to another. You may not be objective enough.
Okay. Kuna swali hapa about how you know how long it can take for one to tell someone is husband material if it's a long distance relationship. That is more from Naivasha.
It's not the period, it's how much you've known the person.
Yeah.
You can talk 2 days and you already know this one you can't go anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, ule billionaire.
Yes.
Hi, Mwikali, loving full circle. I love Benjamin's advice. To be honest, nowadays boys are more than husband materials. I'm watching the show with my friend who's telling me that if you follow all Benjamin's advice, you will die single. Where are husband materials nowadays?
The one talking is not. He's describing himself. Thank you. Be very happy he has declared his stand. Can you be very happy? Sometimes when fools talk, be thankful. They have identified themselves.
Yeah.
Because what I described, he cannot afford it. That's why he's telling you, don't follow it because I will miss out on you.
Yeah.
Yes. Remember, Mwikali, you said you're not trying to marry a clan.
Yes.
Just one person.
Just one person.
Insist like those women who have insisted on their standard until they met the person. And I have enough of them. You are rare. The people you want are also rare, but they are there. You will find each other if you are patient enough. You don't want to marry average. You should answer those kind of people. I'm not trying to marry just anybody. And again, is dying single a calamity?
No.
Tell them you are happy to be single and happy than to be in a relationship and that is holding you back, keeping you stressed. You know, you have to fight. You know, there are women who, to achieve one thing, they have to defend it. Look for the money to buy the car, then explain why you're buying the car. And hide while going to buy it. And, you know, register it in secret. To achieve one thing, you have to fight 10 battles.
Oh my goodness, isn't that tiring?
Exactly.
Very tiring.
So there's no disaster in dying. Tell them, if I can't find the right man, I don't mind staying alone.
You need to choose you. It's important. Hi, Mwikali and Benjamin. Ni Maureen. I'm dating a man and he has a kid who he supports and he tells me everything anafanya. Ama place yote anaenda. But my elder sister always says that is not good for me. What should I do?
It's not the child, it's the relationship. What
That
the
you
child brings
have.
to the relationship.
Yes.
Check whether he's organized and whether he's allowing you the space you need in his life. So it's not about having a child. We cannot judge people because they have a child or not. We judge people according to how their life is organized. Is there drama? Do you feel special to him? Does he give you enough time? That is all you need.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. Morning, Mwikali. I'm Richard Munyao from Matu, Machakos County, and I'm searching. Where?
Oh, thank you, Richard. Now, bro, go to inbox, Mwikali Mary, Instagram, and write that one there. Okay? Give her your number.
Hey,
Hey,
my
what's up,
God.
Mechangamuka? Asante. Nimejua. Yeah. My WhatsApp, Mechangamuka.
Oh, yeah, Matu. Zulu, my girlfriend has decided to end our 5-year relationship because of church differences. I'm a Protestant and she's SDA.
What were you doing for 5 years? You should have known you are Protestant SDA the first day you met.
That's true.
You waste 5 years here. You should have, how many women would you have sampled so far? She has done you mercy. She has stopped your foolishness. Now go dating her. Never prolong red flags, ignoring them because of chemistry. No. Check, ask her the first time, what if you were to marry a person? In the initial conversations, what would you be willing to convert for? For example, if you married a person who is, me, I decided, my grandmother said, our daughters must never convert, and if we die, we'll die, we'll be stricken by lightning. The moment you hear people swearing, you know where you stand.
That is so true. I have one SMS over here. Full circle with Mwikali. Good morning, Mwikali and Zulu. Boyfriend versus husband material. What if a scenario where the man has become his best? He's all that husband material, caring, hardworking, and all of that. Then the lady at the end of the day, something happens from maybe her workplace and she ends denying cooking, cleaning, and even sex to the man, such that the man ends up looking for these things elsewhere.
Don't look for these things elsewhere. Replace the woman. Please. You can't turn me to an immoral person sleeping around. If you stop playing the role of a wife, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. We end it there.
Okay.
No, I can't go risking diseases and my reputation or my life. The moment you stop playing the role, we said we are adults who never have to kill each other, slash each other with pangas. No.
No.
The moment it stops working, thank you. It was a nice time.
Nice knowing you.
Thank you.
Okay. I like the discussion today. We will have tragedies of situationships until men realize that they are the leaders.
Yeah.
If only men took their places, otherwise we ladies will remain single into our 40s. Leah, hi. Hi, Leah. Hi again.
It's good men to stand. And I want to ask Leah and all those women, don't bow, don't stoop low.
Don't do it.
But again, don't remain in hiding. That's why I'm making Mwikali visible.
Allah. Mwikali Mary, do the thing. Do the thing. Nakama uko social media 111 shoot your shots. Social media handles, your number
Benjamin
as well.
Zulu KE everywhere. 0701 299 333.
Okay, we're taking a very short commercial break. We will be right back. Don't go too far. This is Full Circle with Mwikali.